It's the big show where we get to preview the Ghana Premier League. And today we'll talk about the big game coming up on Saturday at 6 p.m., where Heart of Oak will be hosting Young Apostles. And I'm sure you want to know the facts around that big game. And clearly on your screens, you know Heart of Oak will be hosting Young Apostles in Match Day 23 of the Ghana Premier League. And this is expected to be a tough game, especially when Heart of Oak are in the top four and they are expecting a win to maintain their position in the league table. So the focus is that they would want to win the league, and so they will be going hard on Young Apostles. But Young Apostles on records have just 2 away wins in 9 matches this season, and that puts a lot of pressure on them. And Heart of Oak have won 6 consecutive matches in the Premier League without a defeat. If you go in 7 consecutive games, competitive games, that is when they've lost in an FA Cup game against Golden Kick. But if you're looking at only Premier League, the last time Heart of Oak lost the Premier League game was way back in December when they lost to Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, and that was an away fixture. So, of course, Heart of Oak beating the likes of Bekum, Chelsea, Legon Cities, and building up to the top 4 with 33 points, and that is putting them at the top. I'm sure they are focused on beating Young Apostles, but Young Apostles have got some good record. Look, this is the record. Young Apostles have won 2 away games, and that is against strong home teams. Samatex is a very strong home side, and then again, Nations FC. But that game against Nations was played outside the Nations Park or the Abrankese Sports Stadium. That was played at Obuasi Clay Sports Stadium. But with 2 wins, of course, that is putting them up there, and they feel that they can go up in there and try to win some couple of games for them. But in terms of losses, yes, they've lost some couple of games, and that is where it makes it very difficult playing against this current Heart of Oak side. If you look at the current Heart of Oak side, they've got some good wins and over there. But we'll look at the last thing, that is Heart of Oak playing against opponents, newly promoted sides at home. Newly promoted sides at home. We'll look at that record. But if you look at Young Apostles, they've not got some good records. Losing to Swatraman 2-0, drawing 1-1 against Kotoko at the Obuasi Clay Sports Stadium, drawing against Accra Lions, and that game was played at the University of Ghana Stadium. Losing to Legon City 2-0 means that Young Apostles are yet to win a game at the University of Ghana Stadium. But let's switch come to how Heart of Oak are likely to get the victory. Now, Heart of Oak against debutants in the Premier League since 2021. And in 9 matches, Heart of Oak have only dropped points against 2 opponents, against Baseke Oli Stars, where they lost here at the Accra Sports Stadium by 1-0. Then again, when they managed to draw against FC Samatex. But since 2021, if you look at their records, they've beaten Accra Lions, Bebieni Gold Stars, beaten Tamale City, Kotoku Royals, and this Swatraman. And then the last team that lost against Heart of Oak, who are debutants in Heart of Oak's home, has to do with Vision FC, and that is where it makes the game very difficult. But on paper, Heart of Oak slightly ahead. Of course, a lot of people are thinking about what Seto Osei will do on the field of play. Hussein is back from injury, and of course, the topic would be around Benjamin Asare, if he's going to manage to keep another clean sheet. But Zuka Masaudu, goalkeeper for Young Apostles, good goalkeeper. These are players, and you look at their striker Agbulo. He's got the experience, but the player who scored a wonderful goal, and that is Prempeh Samuel, is expected to do something. But of course, Agbulo Daniel Omote has got the experience. Let's enjoy that game. I'm sure you'll be at the University of Ghana Stadium for that big game. My name is Shaban Mohammed. More updates will be coming, building up to the big game on Saturday.